Good morning, Wildcats, and welcome to HBWN. I'm Courtney Mansell.
And I'm Haley Hendricks. Today we are going to show stress-worthy information affecting not only teachers but students as well. Introduce you to a cheerleader that's bringing a new kind of pep. We will inform you on our Twitter and Facebook and get you into all things WCSN.
Today is October 9th, 2012, and you're watching Har-ber Wildcat News. Har-ber has always been striving to be the best all-around academic school in the state, but this year we are striving to be even better as something new comes into the picture.
This year, Har-ber introduces their first ever scholastic audit, but how much is it affecting teachers?
As far as has it affected me a lot in my teaching, no, but in my extra time it's taken quite a bit of that.
Honestly, the school has been set up pretty easily where our expectations have been set from the get-go, so this audit is just for them to be able to see what we have been doing from the beginning.
The scholastic audit calls for documentation of students' work, but exactly how much more work is required for teachers?
As far as actual practices, we are already doing it. We just need to show documentation that we're doing it. So there really is no big change. There's some small things like you have to have posters posted in your room, like the pledge and stuff like that.
As a teacher, I've had to spend a lot of my planning time working on documentation. I have also spent a lot of time conferring with my team members, my CTE team members.
I think the most important thing to remember about the audit is people are just asking us about the things that we're already doing. So hopefully it's not an additional stress. I think anytime you have to prepare for something of this magnitude, because it's very comprehensive, it tends to be a little bit stressful, but we're just having to gather up information about things we're already doing.
So what exactly is it that Har-ber gains from this experience?
Hopefully we will learn our areas that we need to improve in, and we can take that information and excellence will come from that. So I think as long as excellence comes from the audit, we will benefit from it.
So teachers, keep practicing your work of excellence and the rest will fall into place. For HBWN, I'm Courtney Mansell.
So Har-ber is ready to go, so just keep doing what you've been doing.
Har-ber always has some great pep, but this year Har-ber cheer team brings a whole new spin to cheerleading. Alexis Arenas brings you more.
It's pretty exciting for me just to be able to come out here and show what I can do.
Equipped with the heart of a champion, Ryan Reed enters Har-ber being the second male cheerleader. His inspiration comes from a familiar face in Har-ber's history.
Tyler was the first Har-ber cheerleader, so he kind of inspired me to follow in his footsteps and continue doing it.
One simple phone call was all it took for Ryan to be part of the Har-ber cheerleading family.
Ryan's mom contacted me back in February of 2012 and told me that her son, Ryan Reed, was interested in trying out for Har-ber cheer.
By having Ryan on the team, his fortes really make this year's squad stand out.
He's great at tumbling and cheering in general, but I think the most important thing he brings is his motivation. Always has a wonderful attitude. He's very creative as well, with new ideas that he's bringing to the team. So he brings a lot, and I'm excited to see even more as the year goes on.
Behind the cheers and flips, there is a clear message.
Just put out there that it's possible to do and that, maybe inspire other people to do the same thing or to stand up for what you want to do.
For HBWN, I'm Alexis Arenas.
Ryan really brings a new inspiration to future male cheerleaders, and we look forward to the exciting performances to come.
Wildcats have been representing Har-ber longer than you can imagine.
So here's our Wildcat Sports Network to get you caught up in all things Wildcat sports.
Good morning, Wildcats. Welcome to our second edition of WCSN.
Today we're bringing you highlights from Gage Stadium.
Har-ber was looking for a confident booster after last week's tough loss to Bentonville, and the Rogers Heritage War Eagles fit that bill perfectly.
Led by quarterback Cal Penalto, Har-ber looked like a team on the rise after a tough September. Matt Bowen brings you these highlights.
Wildcats traveled to Rogers to take on the Heritage War Eagles. First quarter, Heritage gets on the board first with a rushing touchdown. Heritage up 7-0, but this wouldn't last long. Go right into the second quarter. Quarterback Kyle Panato takes the bootleg 5 yards into the end zone. Tie game 7-7. After a Heritage punt, Kyle Panato hooks up with Nick Byrne for the 24-yard gain. Nick would finish the game with 4 receptions for 74 yards. 2 plays later, Kyle Panato connects with Gus Vitt for the 24-yard touchdown pass. Har-ber up 14-7. After a Heritage touchdown, Kyle Panato would find Austin Pierce for a 36-yard gain. Next play, Tucker Lee takes it down to the 1-yard line and set up a crazy finish to the first half. Looks like a normal quarterback sneak, but at the bottom of the pile, punches are thrown. But after a long discussion between officials, touchdown is the call. Har-ber up 21-13 going into half. Right out of halftime, Tucker Lee takes it 54 yards for the touchdown. Har-ber up 28-13 and would never look back. Har-ber will win this game 56-20. The Wildcats move to 2-3 on the year. Next up for the Cats, Van Buren. For WCSN, I'm Matt.
Big victory for the Wildcats.
This week we are featuring a star athlete, and today we bring you one of our very own, Josh Frazier.
The 2019, I was like in 7th grade. I kind of, that's when I kind of started realizing I kind of want to play football. I don't know where I want to go yet, but I'm kind of keeping my choices open and just going through the process of recruiting and seeing who's out there. But I've been getting a lot of letters from people around the whole country, so I'm just looking right now and see where I want to go. I just felt like it would be a fun sport to play. I didn't know that would be getting recruitment attention and anything, but it's been a blessing, and I guess just playing the game has helped me realize what could be my possible future in life. Football, the word means understanding, it means integrity, it means being humble to me, and it also means playing as hard as you can every single play, and trying to do your best and have fun with the sport. Football's helped me develop my character in a lot of ways. Coach Hartsfield and Coach Jones, they've always taught me how to be respectful, have integrity, be humble, just do everything the right way. Be thankful for everything you have, and give thanks to the people that have helped you along the way, and just do the right thing all the time. That's what I felt like I've learned from them. It's just you gotta be dedicated. You can't really, if you say, finish everything you do. Some of the kids in our program want to quit because they're not starting, or they're on scout team, and it's just like if you don't do that, you're just gonna hurt the team. And it's just stay with it. At least don't quit till the season's over, because it kind of just disrespects the team. If you're gonna come play football for Har-ber, you just got to be dedicated and then willing to finish out. That's what I say.
Next week we'll bring you a video that will be placed to compete against Springdale, created by our very own Alon Morales. Tell me a little bit about the video.
The video that we'll be entering in the competition will be showing off our Wildcat pride, and will show the Bulldogs that we have more school spirit than they do.
Sounds exciting. We'll look forward to it next week. Plus some volleyball highlights, and we'll bring you more football highlights from Gerald William Bulldog Stadium as the Wildcats face the new 7A West member, Van Buren. For WCSN, I'm Eddie Tian.
And I'm Alon Morales, and we'll see you next week.
Nice to see those Wildcats get a good win.
Here's Kevin Scott to tell you Wildcats a little bit about our Facebook and Twitter.
Here's how to stay connected to HBWN on Facebook and Twitter. On Facebook, type in Har-ber Television Productions. You can also follow us on Twitter too. We're at Har-ber Television.
Thank you, Caitlin. So follow us on Twitter and like our page on Facebook.
Fields of Faith will be held for the first time on our own Har-ber football field this Wednesday night from 7 to 8:30. U of A and school athletes will be speaking. There will be pizza for the first 75 people, so please come out and have fun, fellowship, and food.
DECA Fall Conference is November 24th. Please speak to Mrs. Langford by the end of the day if you plan to attend. Remember your DECA dues at the next meeting during the third Tuesday in B200, which is today.
All right, that does it for us this week. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.